All right. Well, as soon as I went live, I realized I misspelled the title. We've got that fixed now. But basically what we're going to try to do today is see how far we can get towards actually fully automating, if not mostly automating, all the mod stars. I'm hoping that this is going to be pretty easy, but there are a lot of steps in here and a lot of new things that we're going to have to set up in order to get this running. So I'm excited to see how far we get. All right, we're going to go to the top. So where we left off last time, we have the tier 5 forge, and we made the runic star altar. So we have the potential ability to at least craft the stars. Y'all, what's up? How's it going? Congrats on being first to the stream. But what we're going to really need to do is set up at least 2 other things. We're going to need the automatic Hephaestus forge for sure. And then we're also probably going to need the automatic enchanting, as well as maybe a few other things as well. Y'all, what's up, Snake? How's it going? So what we're looking at here is the automatic Hephaestus forge, I think, is where we're going to start today. I think we have a lot of this stuff already built up in here. We'll have to check real quick. No, we're actually out of a lot of stuff. So go ahead and get some of that rolling again. Got 4 crystals that we'll use the time wand on. And that will fill up the Aureole pretty quick. Nice. Yeah, I think it should be pretty simple, but we're trying to get it all set up concurrently. So we get like the runic star altar, the enchanter, the 2 crucibles, and the automatic Hephaestus forge all set up at the same time. That's kind of the goal. So we're not going to just be solely working on the runic crucible, but not solely on the star altar. But we should be getting pretty close to being able to use that to make the Patrick stars, which I think will be a great addition. You're right to make it. You're correct, but to fully automate stars, which is what I'm going for, there are a few extra things you need. I'd like to get the books that you need and a couple other things as well. Overall, it's not really difficult or that many extra steps. It's just a couple extra things you got to do. Yes, and you can make the Patrick star with create. I'm intentionally making it this way so that I know my runic star altar works correctly. That's the goal. It's going to be like the test to say, hey, does this work or not? And I'm going to try to fully automate it as well. I know I dumped at least a couple souls back in here, so we might grab those back. Because I do need to fill this up on souls as well. But at least this whole process here is really, really simple and quick. I think I just need 2,500 in there, so I do need some more XP. So we'll grab some of these real quick. We're going to time wand this. And then we're going to dump all these in there. Maxed out XP. That also does greatly increase the speed at which it works through the souls that we have. But we might do some of that real quick as well. Just because we can. I also really need to turn on pickup to MA systems, so that way it stops putting all the loot in my inventory. Gonna fill up way too quickly if we do that. Put all those in there. Surely we're getting close. All right, let's go check on the automatic Hephaestus forge real quick. How much time did I AFK for the dimensional seeds? I actually didn't really have to that much. I didn't AFK at all for it. What I did was I created the infinity cells for each of the things that I needed. I think the only thing I've AFK'd for is the nether stars. Other than that, everything else was without it. Automatic Hephaestus forge, 5,100, 5,250. 1,100, 5,000. Okay, so we're good. We can turn this off. Click that off real quick. Then all of these are going to go back in there, pick up to ME system, and then put these 4 back down. But yeah, the infinity cells from AE2 is definitely the way to go. What's up, Alexander? How's it going? All right. So for this, 2 Mendibitter, 2 Enderium gears, 2 Z logic controllers. Okay. In Enderium gears, 2 of those. 1, 2. I do think for the Z logic controllers, I still have to go grab the souls. Hi, just finished watching your first mechanism stream, building it with you, and was so confused with you on the hydrofluoric acid. All right, so I have a little guilty confession to make about that. It still does not work correctly. It still, to this day, I have no clue why it doesn't work correctly in here, but I just have to clear it out every time. The ratios are not correct. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I never took the time to fix it because instead I got the radioactive bees. Because all I really needed that for was the radioactive waste. And these wasted radioactive bees literally make the waste, which is the byproduct all of that's working towards anyways. So I never had to make it again. So I'm glad you were confused too, but it was odd. I had no clue why it was being weird. All right, so the Z, I think there's a dash in there, right? Yeah, those guys. I need 2 of them. Oh, it can just do it. I don't think it can just do it. I feel like something's missing. Maybe not. Oh, heck yeah. Got Z logic controllers. Okay, so that's 6 out of 9 items. That's pretty good. Hephaestus, HEP. So I've got the tier 5, so that's another one of the items. Thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Hey, welcome in, Mod Master. How's it going? Thank you, Dawson. I appreciate that. It's very, very kind. Okay. What we're looking at here is the automatic Hephaestus forge. So I have everything but the quantum injector and the machine casing. Both of those should be really easy. I've got a machine casing. I am going to automate the quantum injector just because I feel like I'm going to need it several more times. Oh, I have to automate this with the automatic. Okay. 4 of those. Mendibitter in the middle, right? And that should be it. Okay. It's going to use quite a bit of the stuff we just worked up, though. And I need a Mendibitter and an anvil hammer thing. For hydrofluoric acid, you only need to put 4 speed upgrades. More than that doesn't work. Okay, that makes sense, but that wasn't really the problem I had. The problem I had was that the ratios were never correct with JEI. No, okay, so we actually, Dawson actually helped me put it together. But I built a new desk that I'm going to use at the new house, and I was able to get stands for everything, so I have all of my monitors again. or most of all of my monitors. I accidentally broke a monitor in the process of putting this all together. So that was a little bit sad, but we got most of it put together. Forbidden. Grab the gavel. That goes there. Hit that. Speed it up because I'm impatient. And then I'm going to throw the machine casing in. I don't think we have enough anymore. I think we're close, but I think we're short on some stuff. Okay, that is everything. So we are short. I needed 5,000 of that. Just only unfortunate because that means I got to break one of these to get more. And that one back. Okay, so take one of these, throw it down, and speed it up. Yeah, exactly. It was heartbreaking because I hit a button, and with standing desks, it doesn't just like go up a little bit. Like there is a way to manually raise and lower them, but usually you have presets on them for like sitting and standing, so that way it always goes back to the same spot, right? Well, I had set a preset on it for standing, and then I hit the preset to raise up the desk and forgot there was a fan running, and I had the desk in the middle of the room, and the fan hit it, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So that was rough, kind of heartbreaking a little bit, but here we are. All right, I think this just needed to be 5,000, which is there. Souls, I think, just needed to be 100. We're gonna break that real quick. We're gonna put this back down. The gear on top of it. Yeah, we're good to go. All right, so that's our automatic Hephaestus forge. So now we're going to need to set this up with AE2 to hopefully, hypothetically, automate modularium is probably the biggest thing we're going to do with it. Show info. I don't care about that. I think the blueprint is what we're missing. Well, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So in order to get the automatic Hephaestus forge, I'm assuming there is a whole thing for it. But if I remember correctly, modularium has a machine blueprint that you can make. Whoa, with some fancy stuff, it looks like. What on earth are these things? Oh, so we're gonna have to do the atomic reconstructor. Man, that's a little bit annoying. How'd you build that base? Was it block by block, or is there something in game that lets you do that? It was so I designed it a lot shorter, but I built it mostly with the building tool. Or the building gadget. What would you recommend I set up for good resource automation after I've set up the quantum crafter and the majority of mystical agriculture seeds? They are slow. I would transfer anything that you need seed-wise into these guys. Hydroponic beds with soul surges, they really lag out your game, but if you're looking for like fast resource generation through seeds, it's that way. And then if not, bees are really quick as well. But they take a little bit more time to set up and get rolling. But I do think I have to go with this machine blueprint. I think I'm going to actually need that. So let's go ahead and start those crafting. Lens of color. So we got to build an atomic reconstructor. Pretty easy to do. Now the problem is where are we going to set it up? Because there's a little bit more room back here. We'll put it back here. Because this does need to be automated. I also will need power. So flux point. Grab one of those, and then I'm going to grab some cobble real quick to make this a little bit easier. Way too far, but it'll get the job done. I'll slap that on there, switch this over to this. Should give it power. It does not have a lens, which is fine. Yo, Ryan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hopefully your day's going great. I appreciate the member. Thank you. Do you have to go back and change your enchanting setup for more infused dragon's breath? I was making the automated altar, and it was a bummer I had to go back to completely redo my enchanting setup. So kind of. The only thing that really changes from an enchantment perspective is, I believe, quanta. And usually there's a specific amount of quanta that you need, or it has to be below or above a certain level. So I have 3 of these geode encased bookshelves, and all I have to do really in order to change the level that I'm at, I don't know if I can enchant that. I can't. But you can see it's at 35% quanta right now, which was probably for infusing dragon's breath. If I were to just like break those guys real quick, it goes all the way up to 80, and I could add some more shelves to get it to 100 if I wanted to. So let me, now that I completely destroyed my house, grab the builder gadget and the geode encased bookshelves. Yeah, so I have 4 of these, so I can actually get down to even less quanta if I wanted to. But that's how I do it. May or may not be the best way. I don't know, but it works. So we're just gonna give me a second here. We're gonna do that real fast. My bad, guys. I didn't realize I was at the point in my YouTube career where I was gonna need actual moderation on my chat. Jeez. Should I automate essence crafting into their resources like Chosen did, or is it really not that necessary? It depends. So there are some, like the ones that you need for the Heart of the Sea, that I would not do it with. But there are some that I would, like Diamond. No, Diamond's actually one of the ones you need for Heart of the Sea. But like Emerald Essence, I would go ahead and do that. And I would do it all with Quantum Crafters. These guys. I've done it with most of like the actual essences, glowstone, emerald, redstone, gold, uranium, just a bunch of that stuff all in there. Hi there, new to all the mods 10. What's the top 10 mods to start off with in a new world? I don't know if I have a top 10. I would always start with Mystical Agriculture, AE2, and Powa. Those 3 are the top 3 that I would start with. I'm glad it's going all right, Ryan. That's awesome. I did have a good Easter. It was very chill. I'm not sure how much you can see behind me. I'm packing up a lot of stuff for my office, so a little bit busy, but integrating from occultism, set on Hearts for Life. That's crazy. I have not tried out Refined Storage 2 yet, and that's purely because I'm like so close to the end of this pack. I feel like it would almost do it injustice because I wouldn't actually be able to use it well enough. So I'm hoping that whatever pack I play next, it's also included in, and or whatever they're doing next for all the mods, it's also included in there. Refined Storage is definitely easier. The problem was that Refined Storage wasn't in all the mods for a very, very long time. The light blocks are just called white blocks from Luminac. Those guys right there. Okay, so what I needed to do was set up some sort of automation for modular, this guy. We're trying to make the lens of color, which is a normal lens that is passed through that. So I'm gonna have to take a lot of glass real quick. And the only reason for that is because all of my glass is being constantly used to make prediction matrices automatically. Have you done anything with the create mod? Currently working on making this machine work. Looks like nobody knows how to do it on YouTube. I think a possible idea for a video would be all the village professions blocks in ATM10. That's a really good idea, because I do use a lot of the villagers for stuff. To answer the create question, yes. This is basically all I had to make for create. Just got a water wheel, got a speed regulator, and it turns both the belts and these deployers, and it runs down the line and it makes those advanced precision mechanisms that you need. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what you're looking to make, but that's what I ended up doing. Let's see here. Wireless terminal, magnet off. If I remember correctly, it picks it up to 82. Great. Lens. I think it needs a specific lens in there too, doesn't it? Or is it not? No, that works. Perfect. I've got the lens of color now. Okay. At modular. So lens of color is done. I need the laser wrench. How to kill the netherite monstrosity. He is a 40k. So I kind of just grabbed him and snagged him with a creature catcher, and that's how I did it. Good video would be modular machinery because I've been struggling to make it work. I fully intend to do that. That is actually my next planned video. Potentially this weekend. How do you have mobs in your ME system? Which mobs do I have in there? There's some that are in creature catchers. Do you ever do a speedrun of ATM10 or a hardcore world? I have thought about doing both, but I have not found a good enough reason to do either. Because most of my stuff is not entertainment based. Most of the things I do are more like helpful guides kind of thing. I just need a bunch of redstone to throw through there. So I'm not entirely sure. At some point, we will transition over to more entertaining stuff like speedruns and hardcore worlds and that kind of thing. But haven't done it yet. All right, got those. Modular. This guy. So I know I needed these to make that. And then... oh, what else did we need? Where did that recipe go? Why does it change? There it is. So the advanced coil. Got that one. I need whatever these guys are. That would be iron thrown through there. Iron. Be 2 stacks of that just to make sure we have enough. I never have to come back. Oh, you saw the giant year gas? So that's actually a trophy. It's a trophy in my inventory. This guy right here, I don't even know where his actual block's at. Year gas trophy, that right there. That's all that is. Have you had any problems in this pack with chunk boundaries and multi-blocks? I have not, none at all. Do you have a video on mechanism or reactors? Kind of. I have a video on mechanism in general that helps get you to the point where you make the reactor. What would you say is a great way to learn this mod? Because I got to the part where I make a copper generator at the start of the quest book and got really confused. I would recommend watching a playthrough of it. Chosen has a great playthrough of it. All of my playthrough is live streamed, so you know, I feel like with most mod packs there's a point where like most playthroughs end up skipping some boring stuff that they think is boring but maybe important for other people to see. So that's why I do most of mine live. And you don't really get any skipping. You guys get to see me fumble through absolutely everything. By the way, how did you come up with your Silent Gear bow? Is there an up-to-date chart or something? There is actually a Google Doc sheet that exists somewhere out there on the internet. And I was working with Hellfire, who just put out an awesome guide on Silent Gear. And he found the Google Doc specifically for all the mods 10. And so he was able to share that to me. I don't know if it is super publicly available. And since I didn't put together, I wouldn't say like, hey, here you go. But if you Google it and look for Reddit specifically, it does exist. All right, so I should have all the iron I need now, which means I should be able to make that modular. This guy, the machine blueprint. We'll make that wrench. We will slap together the machine blueprint, and all this should do for us is tell us everything we need, what we have, and it should be able to, yeah, visualize exactly what we're looking for. So 1 block, 2 blocks, 1, 1. That's quite annoying, but it is what it is. I guess we're not doing anything else about that. Okay, so we are missing everything that we need for it. Does this thing tell us what we can get or no? Also, how big is this? No, come back. Oh, it needs to go up 1 as well. Also, I can't tell. I think that is the perfect size. Like, I think it ends there. Okay, it just needs to go up, which we will do. I don't know if it breaks, but I'm using Silk Touch just because. No point in messing around with that if you don't have to. I'm going to raise it up 1 using cobblestone. Click it again. Cobblestone will have to go, but everything else is right. Perfect. Is quantum armor worth getting compared to like maxed out unobtainium? Yeah, it's a lot better. Like, it's really good. Can you not make silent gear alloys with all the modium ingots? I swear I've seen photos of those. Yes, you definitely can. Absolutely you can. They're just not, the synergy isn't quite as good as refined obsidian and Tyrian steel. That's why I use that for mine. Which means that the stats end up being substantially higher after star charging and everything. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out what all I need for both of these and then make a bunch of all of it. Is there a list somewhere? Surely there's a list, right? ATM star, runic star altar. Yeah, it's kind of a list. Kind of. Let's just pin this one real quick and see what it does. Okay. Oh, it does have everything there. Sweet. So now I know. So 64 polished dark stone. Why does it not just put it all in a list, like an actual list? Hey, how's it going? How are you, BK? You should check out Meatball Craft when you finish ATM10. It's an expert mod pack with a bunch of multi-blocks. Oh, that's interesting. I might. Purple Air, depends on the quantum armor, advanced AES, modern industrialization. No, I agree. I mean, it depends on how you're looking at it. Because if you're looking at it from like a utility standpoint, there's two sides, right? Is it better? Yes, substantially. Is it worth it? Probably not, because you're never going to need how much better it is, if that makes any sense at all. So I don't know. It really depends. 16 rune blocks. So let's go Forbidden Arcanus rune blocks. Rune blocks. I don't have enough runes. Do I have this automated? Do I not have... I thought I had a runic bee. Runes. Where are they? There they are. So that's what they're used for, but how to make them. That's what I'm looking for. That's the ore. There should be a bee. A rune comb block. Rune combs. I must not have that. I really thought I did. Rune? No. How hard is it to make the rune bee? Really, really easy. We might. In the meantime, what we're going to do is grab our digital miner. Does not seem to exist anymore. That is probably because I have it placed down outside. Almost guaranteed that's what it is. All right, flux point real quick. Flux point, which it probably already has, but we'll find out. Yep, there he is. All right, what do you have as far as a config goes? Rune. All Arcane, Mithril. I just want that one. Don't care about this one. We'll go back. We'll start it up. Give me some runes. I need quite a few more than that. Is there runes in the... I need to... what's that place? Mining Dimension? I don't think there are. But I don't remember for sure. Digital miner. Grab that guy back. Should just be able to fly off just a little bit. Set him back down. And have him run again. That right on there. Set it to my network. Start it up. Yeah, that should give us a lot of runes. I guess if I really wanted to maximize this, we could turn Silk Touch on and then mine it all with like my Fortune 9, which I think would yield much more positive results. I was wondering if that made it go any faster. It does not. Good to know. Runic Darkstone. Fancy. Okay, so I've got my builder gadget as well. What we're going to do is do that. And then this. And then we're just going to make a little pylon real quick. Because that'll be really, really easy to ulti-mine. Surely that's getting close, right? All right. We done? Finish it. Sweet. Perfect. Now we ulti-mine with this guy. We have more runes than we know what to do with. I didn't mean to do that, but here we are. Pick it all up. Oh, I'm out of space. That's how many runes we got. All right. Yeah, that's way, way more than enough for now. I needed 16 rune blocks, right? 16 rune blocks, got it. Okay, 8 arcane crystal obelisk. So I already have 4 of those. Arcane crystal obelisks. I really just need the base for them in these blocks, if I remember correctly. Make me like 100 of these. What I love about being where I'm at in this mod pack is I don't even have to worry about things attacking me. They end up dying and killing themselves just by attacking me. Yo, hey, how's it going? All right, so I need to put a couple more of these together. Doesn't it take a mundibitor to get it all put together? At forbidden. It's either that or a hammer, and I can't remember which one. What is this? Perfect. Okay, so we got all 8 of those now. I do need a ton of polished darkstone. Is it bricks? Stairs, slabs, and normal darkstone. Bossman is live. Sure am. Polished darkstone. Just give me like 300. Probably ought to be good. I'll cross a lot of things off. Polished darkstone stairs. Got slabs. Grab those. Didn't actually see how much it wanted. Get a couple more. I do need to set up an auto craft for stairs real quick. We'll do that one and we'll come throw it in here. Then just make 100 of them because why not? Okay, gilded, chiseled, polished darkstone. And then arcane polished darkstone. It would be this. I did just make 100 of that, right? Arcane, I guess I need more. Yeah, so basically we're kind of going overboard because of where we're at with resources, and we're just making way more than we could ever possibly need for all of it. Gilded chiseled dark stone. Also no pattern for that. Chiseled, is that not gilded and chiseled? What? Chiseled arcane polished darkstone, is that what I'm looking for? No. 48 arcane polished darkstone. Arcane, I have that. I don't know why it's not saying I have it. That's the one I need. Okay. I do not have a pattern for it, so we'll go ahead and make one. And my mouse decided that was a perfect time to lag. Throw one more pattern in here real quick. All right, gilded, chiseled, polished darkstone. Grab a whole bunch of those real quick. Okay, magnetized darkstone pedestal. I do need one of those. Wild. Magnetized darkstone pedestal. This guy. How do you make that? It doesn't have a... Use a ferrogenic mixture on the darkstone pedestal. Okay. Okay. All right. So, clay, slime, wax, and iron. Clay, slime, wax, and iron. I can do that. And that's just on a normal pedestal. So, clay. It's funny that the first netherite chest piece I get has creative flight. I'm still using a jetpack. Yes, jetpack is so much faster for traveling. I do the exact same thing. Every time I end up keeping the jetpack purely because it makes flying, particularly hovering, so much faster. So, clay, slime, I know I need wax. Does this count? Yeah, let's see what kind of wax. I know that this is also wax. Yeah, we'll just do that then. Wax, it's ferrogenic mixture. And an iron with a lodestone. And that's easy enough. Okay, apparently gotta craft some things first. Throw that around. Got our lodestone for the middle. And then I need a single piece of iron. Iron. Right there. Two of those. Two of those. Two of these. Put the lodestone in the middle. Hit that. Speed it up because I'm impatient. Ferrogenic mixture. I need to make a darkstone pedestal. Forbidden. Okay. The pillar, darkstone pedestal. Make me one of those real quick. We're going to set it down. I'm going to use this on it. That doesn't work. There you go. That works. Pick it back up. Got it. I think I have almost everything, if not everything, that I actually need to make this. I do click on any machine controller to show it the structure. All right. Yeah, but how do I tell it to build it? Show info about cores. Click to break the current structure. Just close that. You want to break the current structure? No. Place with or without with modifiers. Sure. So it placed like most everything. We do have some things we're missing still. But we got most everything down. That's pretty good. Polished darkstone. So we need a whole bunch more of whatever these stairs are, because those are still missing. And then I need a lot of the pillars. So these guys, let's make 100 of those real quick. What are those wacky stairs? Because they're not polished dark stones, are they? They might be polished dark stone stairs. Make 200 of those just in case. Some in the inventory, along with all of the pillars we just made. Okay, you want to break? I do not want to break. Okay, so we're still missing a couple things, but... Oh, is there still... I need more polished darkstone? Is it still missing some? Okay. All right, so we are missing... Let's check it here. Darkstone pedestals. We can get those. So 8 darkstone pedestals. I need the jars, and I need one of those quantum things. Along with whatever those 4 blocks are in the middle. These guys. Make me some of those real quick. I need 8 of these. And then... Utrim jars, right? I don't remember how those are made, but I do remember it was weird. These guys. Oh, that's right, because it has to have Edelwood. Which I do have, I just don't have a ton of. Okay. That right there, I think, gets us very close. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 jars. And then each one of those is going to need me to use one of these on it. Not that. Wow. How do I get it out? I don't think I can. I'm going to break it, throw it back in my inventory and make another one because I don't want that. Put that there. That's what it needs to have used. Okay. How are we doing now? Quantum injector. We're down to 1. Yeah, I could do it with a lumber bee for sure. It wouldn't be even that hard either. Quantum injector. Oh, that's that thing I just said I was going to automate, but then realized I couldn't. So I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember what goes in the middle. It is money bitter. Sweet. Okay, so we're going to go make one of these real quick. And I believe we have the runic star altar basically done. Which is kind of wild. What are we missing? Souls? Oriel? Here, just take a couple of those real quick. Oh, that did nothing. Okay, so never mind on that. Let me make some more of these because I guarantee I'm going to need at least 8 more. I've already got those. Need these and these. And just make a bunch more of that real quick so that I can steal what we have here. We're going to line this up real quick. I know I can't use all of these on here, but I know I'm going to need it for the automatic Hephaestus forge, I assume. As well as maybe some of the other forges. So I'm just going to make enough where I don't have to do this again. Especially given how incredibly cheap it is. And then we ulti-mine it, break them all. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to break like 3 of these, I think. And try to place them all down in the right spots. And then speed them up. Okay, so I've got everything I need other than possibly souls and definitely Oriel. And then this is the last thing we need for this, I think, to be completely done. Which is kind of crazy. A little bit wild. Then we have to add all the ports and stuff to it. But I think before we do that, we're going to get that running so I can have modular machinery. or modularium completely automated. That's the big thing. Because having that completely automated makes my life a lot easier and means I don't have to keep coming back here and walking through this process over and over again. Is it 5,000? Quantum injector. 3,050. It is 5,000. We're like 4,000 away. But I think it uses all the same basic stuff. So really all we have to do is take all the same stuff over there and tell it to craft and see what else we need to make. Okay. Right here. You. Confirm. Bingo, bango. I'm supposed to click that with something, right? There it goes. All right. Yes, I do still have to make hatches. But the hatches rely heavily on modularium, which I don't want to have to make automatically every single time. So next up is this guy. And I did have a lot of the stuff already for it. Casing reinforced. Like 3 things were missing there. A casing plane, darkstone pedestal. I need some more darkstone pedestals. Those are pillars. I need pedestals. Start that. I'm all in the inventory. We'll do this again real quick. Confirm. I don't know if I do it without modifiers if it makes an ounce of difference, but rune block. Okay. Where? There's the runes. I don't know how many of those I need, but I definitely have enough. Click it. Modifiers. Confirm. You need a lot of modularium for the auto forge already. Like to make it or to run it. And then what else am I missing? Goatee. Let's see what it says. Okay. Casing plane, casing reinforced, casing plane, casing reinforced. So, do I need a tier 5 Hephaestus forge in the center? And then I think it's good to go. To build the multi-block? Gotcha. What's expensive about the... What modularium do I need for the multi-block? Is it because I need all of those specific reinforced casings? Because I have the tier 5 forge down here. I'm a little leery of breaking it. But I'll grab all the stuff out of it. We'll snag him and we'll take him up top. Because I had to make a tier 5 forge in order to build the automatic one. I don't know if those go in there or not, but we're going to put them in there. Okay. Missing structure. Let's see. So I assume these casings here that it's talking about are what I need to get. Modular machinery, reborn, casing plane, and casing reinforced. Those are the 2 things that it is complaining about left and right. Casing and so I'm assuming I need these, which were not that bad other than the Sentient Ender was a pain. And then the reinforced. Okay. Dark steel bars. I gotta set up some autocrafts for this real quick. How many of each of these do I need? I just need like 4, right? That shouldn't be bad. Grab these. Grab these. I'm out of patterns. Of course I'm out of patterns. Okay, that should be like most of the difficult stuff. I can't imagine it would be too much more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Casing. I don't have one for dark steel blocks yet, so we'll grab that. You, dark steel blocks. That pattern right there will work perfectly. Other than that, machine casings are going to need a pattern. I didn't find a way to automate the Sentient Ender because I, don't have a way to fill soul vials with witches, so I may have to go grab some of those manually. Soul vials. Oh, I have one already. Beautiful. I doubt that's enough, but it is more than nothing. So, what was that other thing? And I've got empty soul vials too. We'll snag those. Honestly, we're just going to grab a bunch of them because I don't think they're hard to make or expensive. And I feel like having them is going to be so much better than having to make more later on. All right, 1, 2. I'm gonna go ahead and use the plain casings we have and just make sure that this works. All right, so I placed 4 of them. Who knows where? I'm assuming underneath somewhere. But that is a-okay. That is not crafting. Oh, it is. It's just crafting really, really slow. There they are. It kind of works to automate Sentient Enders. Only issue is the processing patterns don't support substitutes for the soul vials. That's unfortunate. Yeah. And I automated soul vials with a spawner and clicker. That makes sense. But once I get through this and we have it up and running, I'm hoping I don't need too many more of those casings. And I think my plan is simply to drop in here, wait for some witches to spawn. I have at least one witch spawner, but I don't know how often it rolls. Yeah, it's this one right here. You know what we might do? Again, I'm probably going to miss some while that's going, but I think I can probably speed it up a little bit. Yeah, I didn't edit its stats at all. That thing has still been going incredibly slow. So let me grab my clocks as well since I'm here. And that should make this whole thing go a lot quicker. A lot less I have to do. So you get a whole bunch of these because I cannot be bothered. Sit around and wait. Excellent. Okay. I'm assuming witches are about all you can get out of this, right? Two. Oh, I did get a wither skeleton. That's fine. All right, I got like 4 of those. Surely, right? Surely that's enough. Bring this all the way back up. I need to make a whole bunch of whatever those other things were. Modular. For what's the quickest way? This guy, Sentient Ender. Ender Resonator is what I need to make. Ender Resonator. Make me like 10 of them. Thank you. And then speed that up. Speed that up. And I don't know if that's used at all, but speed it up anyways. Then over here, I'm going to throw those in. With this. Okay. That's the one I don't use. Another witch one. Is it just not getting enough power? Yeah, bypass limit. Dude, this thing must take a ton of power. An absolute ton. I would suggest automating the casings because the forge runs on liquid Oriole and souls, and they require modular machinery, which again needs casings. So I agree, we'll set up auto crafting for them, but the only part of the casings I can't automate is this. So I think I'm just going to try to craft a bunch. That's really the only thought I have on the matter. Hopefully that's easy enough. Wither skeleton, so those are all empty, ready to be used again. Sentient Ender, I've got 6 of them. All right, so now we look at the casings. Casings. Machinery casings. I did get, yeah, so we did get one of those. I didn't really see how many of these I was going to need. Let that run real quick. I'm going to jump up here. It does say it's still missing stuff, but I didn't really catch how much it was missing. Casing plane, reinforced casing plane. I think I might still be missing some plain ones too. Or start it. You can automate this with Super Factory Manager. Open the UI and hit Control I. Open the UI. This thing and hit Control I. Yeah, don't always just put automation slots. Control I. Oh, gotcha. So this is for where you can automatically tell it where in there to go. That makes sense. Okay, what's taken forever on... Oh, did it just finish? As soon as I complain, it finishes. Sweet. Let's see how close this gets us to finishing this. We'll click with modifiers, confirm. It took them all. And now I don't know how many more I need. Well, it would be... Oh, there's still a lot. How many casings does this thing need? Is there a quest for this? Surely there is, right? Mechanism, modular machinery, modular routers. Maybe not. Creative. How about the automatic Hephaestus forge? This guy? I see that. Runic Star Altar. Is there a modular machinery one I just missed? Possibly. Man, it would have been cool if there was. I really want to know what else this thing needs because it doesn't have a great way of telling me. So I need more grains of infinity and more sentient enders for that. Or start. Oh, there's a quest for it and the Forbidden Arcanus. Oh. I mean, I guess that checks out. Magic, Forbidden, automatic Hephaestus. It needs 44 machine casings and 8 reinforced. So this will be all of the reinforced. Okay, this is good to know. Okay, 4 machine vents, 9 machine gearboxes. Jeez. Machine vents. Thank you for telling me where that was. I would have probably been struggling for that for a while. Modular. Okay, so machine vents. I'm gonna need a lot of those. Let's go ahead and set up more patterns. Machine vents. And then these guys. And those guys. Compressed iron ingots. I don't think I got compressed iron, but we'll do that anyways. Worst case, I'll just trade for some extra. So we'll throw all that in here real quick. That's the machine vents. I knew this was going to be a little bit more complicated, but I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be this bad. I've got most of it, so I need 4 machine vents and 9 machine gearboxes. Machine gearboxes, 9 of these, okay. Pattern encoding. Got everything but this guy. Not bad. Dark steel nugget is an easy craft. Okay, we'll jump in here. And then we just actually have to craft those things. But I think in order to do that, I'm going to have to get a lot more Sentient Enders, which is fine and should actually be pretty quick now. I'll just need a bunch more of these guys. Why did it still say 5 are scheduled? Do I have something messed up? Because it's not making anymore. Dark steel grinding balls. Another 40. Find out if I got something duplicated in here on accident. Don't forget the hatches. You need 1 energy, 4 liquid input, 1 item output, and 1 yeah, we're gonna work on the hatches. It will happen. I'm just not quite ready for that yet. And it's gonna be kind of difficult. 4 liquid input, that's right, because I need, yeah. Can't you input several types of liquid into the same hatch? Okay. So that should have been all of the reinforced casings. I believe that's all 8 of them. More machine casings? I do need more. Okay. Well, let's take a whole bunch of empty soul vials, of which none of them are crafting. I haven't tried that, but don't think you can. So I did that. So it's, I mean, it's the same concept as like the star, right? Where you put a bunch of items through the same item hatch. I would think theoretically you might, but you might be right because I think it actually fills the whole thing up. Which would be kind of unfortunate. Just 5. What are we missing here? Why is it only making 5 at a time? Regardless of how many I tell it to make. Scheduled 35, solarium ingots. What am I missing here? I mean, I don't need a ton of these per se. I do need more than I have. So it's crafting used quartz. Primitive alloy smelter. It should be going through the alloy smelter. So that means something about my fused quartz recipe's got to be messed up, or it's just not doing it right. Sure, we're just gonna cancel that and cancel this and then move on with our lives. But I would really like to see if I could put all of it through a single liquid hatch. That'd be cool. Hey John, just found your channel and have been watching all the ATM10 tips and tricks videos. They've been really helpful. I'm so glad. That is exactly why I make them, because I really enjoy the mod pack, as well as most of the All the Mods mod packs. And I want other people to be able to enjoy them as well. And I feel like they sometimes have a very steep learning curve. All right, I just need to grab a bunch of witches. And so far I have exactly 1. I'm just gonna click and whatever I grab, I grab. Okay, blaze, 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 that's a witch. 3, 4. I might actually need a better way to do this. I don't know if I can just dump it out. Oh, I can. So, I guess I try to target the witches specifically. That was definitely a blaze. Alright, what height do they spawn at? They're right here. I'm gonna catch him midair. There we go. Alright, we got a bunch of them. Hopefully that's enough to get us a little further along this time. Yes, this is all the mods 10. That's what we're playing. We're getting pretty close to the end as well. Toss that in with this. And then 15 years later, it'll finish working through it. All right, we got 3. I'm gonna go ahead and toss the 4th one in there just to let it do its thing. And then we're gonna bring those 3 over here. So I can make like 5 of these? That's crazy. How do you deal with NBT stuff like swords and armor from mob farms? It all goes into the trash. Every bit of stuff I don't want from my mob farm goes into the trash. So it's basically like, by default, anything that exists goes into the trash. Anything I want to keep, I set a white list filter for to not, or a black list to the trash and a white list to my ME system. If that makes any sense. So I don't keep any of the armor or anything like that. I do need to make some more of these real quick. Ender resonator. Ender resonator. Can we just make like 100 so I just have them? All right. But I do need a ton of these machine casings. But I'm hoping that this is enough to at least maybe make the 4... What was it needed? 4 of the machine vents and then 9 of the gearboxes. So I'd like to see if I can make 4 of those. Yeah. All right, 4 machine vents. Let's go put those in. I've tried to use the armory cabinet, functional storage. It just filled this up and yeah, it does do that, but it gets filled up too quickly for what I like. Okay, so we got those in there. I do still need a ton of actual casings though. And I'll speed that up real quick. All right. So I've got 2 more machine casings. I can't make any more until I finish some more of these. I have 1 more done. I can just do 2 at a time, right? Yep. Okay, so I need a Sentient Ender for every 2 of those, which means I need like 22 just to try to make the actual casings that I need for the whatever forge, automatic Hephaestus forge. So this is a lot. It takes a lot of this to actually do anything, which is kind of wild. Okay, so got 4 more machine casings. Need 9 of these. I need 3 more Sentient Enders for that. Did I get any more of those back? Ender resonators back yet? No. That'd be because we're still making that. Can I push? It's already bypassing limit. Oh, it's a capacitor that's limiting it at this point, isn't it? Gotta be. Gotta be the capacitor. Okay. In that case, we'll snag this. We'll put another witch soul vial in there. We'll clean out the inventory for 2 seconds. Speed it up even though it's not actually going to speed anything up. From what I understand, I think I put 8 normal casings in here. which would mean I'd need 36 more. So I would need 36 more of those, and then 9 machine gearboxes, and that's it. Then I think I'm done. Because it looks like everything else is here. Like, obviously the obelisks are messed up because of how it places them. I don't really care. But I think everything else is there the way it should be. Or if not, it's got to be pretty darn close. $16 left. I wonder if it would increase speed if I added another flux point. Or if it is actually limiting it based off of the capacitor. Yeah, I don't think that's going any faster, really. Maybe 160, 160. It might be going a little bit faster. So it's at 320. If I put 2 more on here, it says they're all outputting 160. Yeah, it does actually. It looks wacky, but it works. And it does definitely go faster. Substantially. How close are you to automating the stars? We've got a couple extra machines we need to make, some multi-blocks. So this is what's actually going to create the stars. This guy, and I think it's done. I want to go double check. Like, does he say it's done? No, sweet. So that guy's ready to go other than hatches. This is going to automate everything we need the Hephaestus forge for. Then there are 3 more multi-blocks I have to make. And then basically from there, everything's automated and done. Which I'm hoping to get all 3 multi-blocks up here. The only problem is the one for the enchanting is huge. So I may have to like actually extend this platform a little bit to get it there. Well, we're really close. And I'm very excited about having it. Like, actually having everything automated is going to be awesome. Sweet. We're actually making Sentient Enders now. All right, so now we come back over here. Throw these guys in here. Get all those worked through real quick. We're going to try to make the gearboxes next, I think. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move those back up. Actually, let's keep 3. And then I know I think 3 is what I needed for the gearboxes. So for 9 of these, perfect. Rocking and rolling. It's beautiful. I'm surprised how far the modularium's actually spread. Because I expected it to, like, not go this far. But it actually's been doing pretty good. So for, like, hatches. Just casings, basic stuff. That is the tiny one. Energy, input. Oh, none of this is bad at all. It just all builds on itself and then uses more modularium. So if I can get modularium automated, then all the hatch stuff becomes a lot easier. You can soul surge create. Ooh. I had no clue. Can you kick accelerate? Oh, you can. That's wild. Okay, machine gearboxes. What are we waiting on there? Dark steel ingots? Not for long. Okay, 2 of them. These guys are going 2. And this. This guy's fine. But he did finish. So let's throw these in. Excellent. All 3 of those. We got 4 Sentient Enders left. What are we missing here? We got 6 machine gearboxes. Still waiting on some more dark steel. 7. I put one of the meatball graft multi-blocks in the John check this out thread. I'll take a look at it. I appreciate it. I assume they're incredibly complicated and difficult. That's what I am assuming. Machine gearbox. Okay, you. Okay, so I do need, it still says I need reinforced casings. But it's mostly casing planes. And then a fluid input hatch. Okay, so I just need to make a bunch of casings. So let's... How do I want to do that? Machine casings. Make 8 more right now. It does look like I'm going to need a little bit more modularium. Thank you for your ATM10 tutorials. Yeah, no problem. 35 by 34 by 35. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad that you found them, and I'm glad that they're helpful. And I appreciate you saying thank you. That's very kind. Does this take tick acceleration? Oh, it sure does. That's crazy. All right, 9 more machine casings. We'll throw them in here. I think I had 36 more, so that would put this at 27. Okay. I guess we go grab some more witches. If I need 27 of them, I would need half of that. So round up to 28, cut it in half is 14. So soul vial. Do I have any extras? I do not. Okay, I haven't really gotten this autocraft to work. Well, anyways, this ATM is my first all the mods pack. Let me land. And it's a lot of info, but I know some of the mods only basics. Gotcha. Well, yeah, it certainly can be a lot. That's for sure. There's no question about that. This has got to be my 4th or 5th. Probably 5th, because I played 7, 8, 9. And this is now 10, but I also played 9 to the sky. So I'm familiar at least with the pack concept and what they do. Okay, so that didn't work at all. Gotta be close to him, but not too close. I also have to be far enough away so that they're not already dead. %90 sure that one was a zombie. Okay. Let me check real quick. Oh, that was a skeleton. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one back. Give me another one. Got it. Okay. 7 more. That one was not a witch. All right, I know a lot of these were not. Oh my goodness, none of them were. All those are witches. That one is... I missed 4. Okay. Why is it so hard? I feel like it shouldn't be this hard. I feel like I'm trying to make it harder than it has to be by trying to use my mob farm for it, but... Okay, that one is good. 3 more. Just need 1. Zombie, witch. Okay, so put that back there. Got it? Got it. Excellent. Yo, what's up, Torton? How's it going? What's your content gonna be when you finish this run? I'm gonna be super straightforward and honest. I really don't know. I've been kind of thinking about it and trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. There's always the speed running option. But I'm not super feeling it. There's also a whole bunch of other packs out there I could play. So I really don't exactly know for sure what it'll look like. But I got a lot of ideas, I can tell you that. I just don't know which ones to go with. With the ATM modes you played, John, which do you like the packs? I think 8 was my favorite. It was the first one I really got into. 9 was the first one that I actually finished, and then I've done like 3 runs of 10. So I don't know. I do like them though. I like the style of the pack. That Greg Tick just seems awful. That just seems like, it seems like something I would do if I just really wanted to like punish myself for something, and I just don't necessarily feel the need to do that. What are we? I was looking for a flex point. Give me at least one more of those. Let's do like 2. We can throw one on each side of this. One there, and does it have something? It does, but I'm putting one on the front just cuz. Here we go. Do that one. And that one. Perfect. So hopefully this should help it at least fill up a little bit faster. It definitely is helping it go faster, for sure. Is it the filled out max? Which Ender? Oh, does it need more XP? XP juice from Ender.io. I believe that's down here. Yeah. So we grab some bottles of enchanting. And then I just basically dump it all in here. And then it should have plenty. Greg Tech New Horizons was way too much for me. I just wish I could wash your coke ovens. That's funny. You have patience, it's kind of fun. Gotcha. See, here's the thing. Yeah, you can skip modern industrialization. I didn't actually do any of it this run. I may go back and do it just for having a completed pack, but I also didn't enjoy it, and so I may not. Who knows? I really don't know. Okay. I have all the XP juice it needs now. The other thing I was going to say, I feel like it's fun in the sense that it's really grindy, right? And that's fine, right? The problem with that is it doesn't necessarily create content per se. Like, kind of boring to watch, I feel like. Like, the end goal of like, hey, I did it is cool, right? But other than that, kind of want to play a pack that's focused around MI. That might be kind of interesting. So this should allow me to make 30 machine casings. Oh, I'm missing a bunch of modularium. How hard is it to make again? Modularium. Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I might have to bring the Hephaestus forge back. Modularium. It is diorium, end steel, and all the modium. Diorium. So it is in sets of 4. Let's do 10. So 40 diorium. Nah, we gotta do 80. We'll do this. End steel. And steel. Do I have it? Where is it? There it is. 36. That's going to be 76. So 80 should be. Did you get the 9x compressed ATM star block in all the mods? No, I got a single star. In all the mods 9, I got 1 star and counted that as a humongous win. And went about my day. Really liked it on Evolution, but only started it way later in my world. That makes sense. That's 53, and then I need all the modium ingots. I don't actually need that many, but we have them because whatever. Okay. Should be everything we need. I probably should bring the Hephaestus forge back down here because I don't think it's going to work from here. Right? Or, you know what? It might. I just can't fill it. But we're going to break it. Bring it down here. Set it back up. I hate that it empties every time. But what we should be able to do pretty easily for 2 of them is grab petrified orbs and then some souls. And then we're going to tick accelerate this. Tick accelerate this. And then fill everything up as much as we can real quick. Grab a couple more souls. I don't need everything maxed out, but it would be nice if it's mostly full. It does work. Gotcha. Good to know. I don't regret moving it though. Darkstone pedestals. Forbidden. Grab some of these real quick because I'm going to need to replace those 3. And then I do need to fill this thing up on blood. Set up here real quick. Turn that on. All right. You know what I could do? I have them, so I might as well use them. Speed things up a little bit. All right, dude, my inventory filled up so fast. How much blood we got in there? Probably enough to get rolling. Or at least close. With cut paste, I believe, cardboard for mechanism, you can move it easy. Gotcha. Does that retain all the stuff on the inside? Because I know you can, like, generically move it, but all the hard work and mobs I've slaughtered and etc. all go away. I don't think I really need this, like, all the way maxed out. I do want to throw those 4 things back in real quick. Your PC wants to be released from the mortal coil by the looks of that FPS. Yeah, we have done a lot of unkind things to the TPS in this game. It's been rough. Gotcha, that's good to know. Not the soul's blood and others. We gotcha. Okay. Well, I will give that a shot next time and see what it does. Okay, souls is done. Blood is basically filled. I'm gonna speed these up one more time. Was that just 60? No, that was 128. And then I should be able to do this. And then our blood should be filled, almost. Very close. I'm gonna max most of it out before I start 8 of these crafts. Because I feel like that'll be easier. Alright, filled out. Turn that guy off. Kill the rest of them real quick so they're out of the way. Thank you. I'm trying to build a Tron layout. I couldn't come up with lighting. Yeah. No, and they've got these basically like void style light blocks in every color. They are pretty cool. All right. I'm going to put 90% of everything we picked up on accident back in here. And then we're going to take... How close are we? That's plenty. We're going to break all these. We're going to put the pedestals back down. We're going to see if we can get through all the autocrafts we need to for enough modularium to hopefully finish out everything we need to automate it. That is 100% the goal here. So all the modium. Then I need 4 of each of those and my hammer. 3, 4. Get that started. Grab that off, put that on. Go again. Right here, this is what they call riveting content. That makes 24 per. That we actually may not need this much. I feel like this is going to be way overkill. Put all the modium in the center, hit it, beat it. I may just do like 1 or 2 more. Take that, put it on, hit it with a hammer. Yo, Alex, how's it going? How are you? Yes, the black Luminex blocks do glow as well. Which honestly is kind of a really cool look. We'll take that out, throw that in, hit it with a hammer. Anti-blocks instead of Luminex blocks, the black ones did glow there. Yeah, I think the black ones do glow in here as well. 3, 4. I think this is going to be the last one I do. Because I don't think I'm going to need too much more than a couple stacks. All the modium, hit it, beat it up. Grab that, throw it all in here. I need machine casings. So I think I said 27. We're going to grab 30 just because. Life's good. Enjoyed a good holiday weekend. Now back to work. Yeah, I feel that. I was back to work today as well. Wasn't super excited about it, but we made it through. Speed that up as well. Did I go too fast? Nope, it's still working. All right, so hopefully once those are done, this guy is completely finished other than the hatches that I'm going to need for it. Yes. Yeah, so the fences here are all framed Luminex blocks. I think these are concrete out here. I'm not entirely sure. I know these are framed pillars with the white blocks, but yeah, all of this was concrete. Also, I love the way that actually turned. It looks great. How's this doing? I haven't looked down here in a while. Holy smokes. Oh, I got souls for days. That's nice. All right, fly back up to the top. The long holiday here in Brazil. Friday to today. Nice. Yeah, I didn't actually end up getting Friday off, but it was a nice weekend nonetheless. So 26, I think it just needs one more than that. Rewatched a bunch of Marvel movies. Nice, those are good. Okay, there we go. Without modifiers, confirm. Casing plane. I'm still missing a bunch of casings. Input hatch. Casing plane, but couldn't find the item, so I still need more? I don't think I have enough Sentient Enders for anymore. No, I still need more of those. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna go get some more witches. Can I break the structure and does it give me everything back? If I break it, do I get the items back? That's the only thing I'm slightly worried about. Show cores. I don't know what that is. No, this is single player. Pretty sure you do. We'll give it a shot. Oh, you do? Oh, thank God. I forgot I had the magnet. I thought it was all gone. Oh my goodness. I really thought it was gone. I really did. I thought I just destroyed everything. Oh. Oh. So what the heck happened to the rest of the machine casings I put in earlier if it only gave me 30 back? I need 14 more, I guess. Maybe it doesn't like putting them in piece by piece. Goodness, that scared me a little bit. Okay, so pillars, pedestals, grab some of that, some of these. Man, I would have been so upset. Yeah, I literally like Alt F4. I was hovering it, right? Yeah. That's basically all that happened. In here, you can click this break structure thing, and I thought I lost everything that I had just set up. We thought about quitting. Rune blocks. I need to get those too. I think I really just need at forbidden. I'll grab the rune blocks, arcane crystal blocks. I need the obelisks. Anything else? About it. I think I've got everything else on me. Okay. 14 more machine casings is 7 more. Go down too far. 7 more of these guys. Let's do that. So, what are they called? Soul vials? Soul vials. I need 7. And I have 8 inventory slots available, which is perfect. Yeah. It almost was another run of ATM10, I guess. I don't know. No, more than anything, it was like, okay, maybe I'm calling it for today and coming back tomorrow when I can handle what just happened. I think that was a witch. I'm being too cautious, I feel like. Also, you gotta be so close to him. Which is kind of annoying. I feel like this is like, I can't remember what commercial it was, but the commercial where the guy like holds a dollar bill on the end of a fishing rod and just says you gotta be quicker than that over and over again. Okay, that is 7 witch vials. We will head home. Gonna fly all the way up here. We're gonna grab all of our Sentient Enders. Is that what they are? Ender resonators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna run through these real quick. Hopefully quickly. Move the witch spawner to another place. I could. That would probably be really smart. It would probably make my life substantially easier. You get just our clicker and a filter for witches. It makes it way easier than doing that manually. Oh, that's right. You can filter the clicker. Can you filter it to just a witch? Like, is that and how would I do that? You can't drag them into an inventory slot, right? Okay, so with those done, modular machines, I need 14 of these. Start that. Get that rolling. I don't think he uses any of these. 4 spawn eggs works for filter. That's crazy. Just dire things is stupid cool. Yeah, I'll have to try that. Also, I don't want it to pick up to the ME system in case I have to break it again. 12. 14. Okay. Let's go through and double check everything. Reinforced machine casings. There's only 8? Or only 4? I thought I put 8 in there. I definitely did. Man. That's going to be super inconvenient. Not for getting the stuff. It's just the fact that I could have just grabbed 2 more while I was there. But I'd known I needed them. And then I do have to go all the way back down to bedrock. But that'll be easy enough. Okay, give me 1 witch. 2 witches. Double check. Okay, slash home. We'll get these 2 made, then we'll make whatever the sands of time dust thing is that I need to do. And then we're going to continue to go through and double check everything to make sure I have everything I need before I craft this, because it seems to be eating my items if I put things in sort of one by one. Okay, I need a flint and steel. Make this guy. Don't need that or that. Or even this anymore. Gonna head back to... Oh, I think I gotta use this. Yeah. Where it all began. Upgrade the capacitor. It makes the machine faster, not just more power storage. I probably will do that as well. Just tire clicker, filling my mechanism battery with induction cells I get from materials. Create them automatically. Pretty sure there's an MAC for grains of infinity. There is. But I don't have it. I might actually need it now that I'm thinking about it. For like actually getting all of this automated. But for now, we ought to be okay-ish. I just go through, I do a full flint and steel's worth. I get all the grains of infinity, and then I'll run back. Perfect. Stand here, let it all pick up. I don't know. How often do you stream? I have like 3 days a week that I have scheduled stream times. The closer we've gotten to finishing, the less I've been streaming. Like I've had to take a couple days off. Also, I've had to take a couple days off because I'm in the middle of moving. And so there's just been a lot of stuff going on, but I try to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Those are the 3 days I have. I don't know. I just never have cared about anti-fire. I don't come in contact with it often enough for it to really matter. So I guess that's why. At a modular, there is a seed for it, I think. I just don't have it. Reinforced casing. I need 4 more. What used it? Darn it. Okay. We're gonna do 3 runs. Diorium. I need like 12. Wait, you have unobtainium armor. supposed to be fireproof. It's not. It used to be, and in all the mods 9 it is. I don't think it is in 10. There's something on the mod 10 that allows light while mining and so on for early game. I like the shield and offhand, but I need light. Yeah, so what I do is I use the shaders. It doesn't actually provide like light sources, like as in gonna keep mobs from spawning, but it makes it where you can see everything, which is why I use it. Okay, that should be everything I need. We'll see. There's an iron spells ring that's cheap. Okay, I might have to look into that. If I ever come to the point where I need fire resistance, I will probably go iron spells. Can I use refined storage to build systems similar to yours? Yes, you can. The update for RS2 for refined storage 2 makes refined storage a lot more like AE2 in its functionality and things you can do with it. So you definitely can do a lot of the same auto crafting and setup stuff that I did. 2, 3, 4, throw that in there, get that out, throw that on. Wait, okay, hopefully that's enough. At least let me automate it. That's the goal. I need the advanced casings. Reinforced casings. 4 of those, thank goodness. Hey Joe, I just wanted to say you've helped me immensely in my first playthrough of all the mods. Your videos are extremely informative and easy to follow. Glad I'm able to catch you live too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. It's very, very kind. No, RS2 does not have channels. No. That is still definitely the downside and the complication for anybody wanting to use AE2. Channels definitely exist. Not fireproof, it's just like minus 100% burning time, which does the same. That makes sense, yeah. Besides a night vision potion, you can look for night vision goggles in the head slot. It will save you a lot of headache. I have that as well. I also use the night vision goggles. They're awesome. Also, P2P and AE2 is the only thing that confuses me now in terms of AE2. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I have talked to several people that know it a lot better than I do, and it has made sense. But I still don't enjoy it. Like, I still don't see necessarily the point to it. With one exception, I don't see the point to it. Okay. I think this should be everything. I've got the 8 reinforced, 4 machine vent, 9 machine gearbox, 44 machine casings. I've got 8 rune blocks. Arcane crystal blocks, I've got those. Arcane polished darkstone. Got it. Gilded chiseled. Gilded chiseled. I've got 64. That's way more than enough. 68 polished darkstone. Polished darkstone, more than enough. 28 polished darkstone stairs, got them. 24 polished darkstone slabs. I do need darkstone slabs. Got them. Polished darkstone slabs. 8 arcane crystal obelisks, got 14. Hephaestus forge. An automatic Hephaestus forge. Okay. Dare I say it? That should be everything. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4 fluid inputs and Hephaestus Forge Tier 5. Modular machinery reborn fluid input hatch. So I need 4 fluid input hatches, and then I need to throw the thing on top, and then we're good to go. All right, now we were saying cardboard box may be able to do this better, right? Find out. does. It does keep everything. That's nice. Okay, is this thing happy now? No, it still needs the 4 fluid hatches. Okay. Fluid hatch. Tiny fluid hatch. I could start with just tiny ones and just live with it. Liquid hopper. Small fluid tank. All right, none of that's expensive. We're going to set up some auto crafting for this, and I think we're just going to get tiny fluid hatches, maybe, for now, possibly. Okay. Hopper. Also, I need to grab the initial one real quick. Got that. Small fluid tank is this. And all of that is automated already. Man, we're getting close. I'm feeling this actually come together. Let's see. Basically, P2P is good at connecting stuff, so you get a lot more channels out of your aiming setup. You do. That's fair. I just never needed it. Set up the XP grinder following your vid. Amazing stuff. Came in clutch when following your apotheosis guide. Heck yeah, that's awesome to hear. 1, 2, 3. I need 4 of those. I was gonna say, how am I missing sand? Okay, Sentient Ender, so I need 2 more. I really should automate these, shouldn't I? You guys are right, we're taking a cardboard box with us though, and we are going to remove the spawner and pull it out. Soul vials, and we're just gonna grab all 15 because we might as well. Don't see a reason why not to. I do need probably a lever of some kind. But other than that, we're going to try to tune it as often as possible. Loving how chill and informative the stream has been. Yeah, that's honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons why I stream. It's just because a lot of people will jump in here and ask me questions about stuff and how I'm doing things. Uh-oh. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. That spawner just got eaten. And is gone now. Yeah. Yeah, that got auto picked up from the backpack with the magnet upgrade and dumped directly into the trash. So we're gonna do this again. I don't know if I have a witch spawn egg. Wolf spawn, dragon spawn, creeper, cat. How would I even get that? I'm gonna have to go find a witch, aren't I? Because I can't even make one because I don't have a mob swab of a witch. That's great. That's great. Okay, so we're gonna make a mob swap real quick. Grab one of these. Dude, chat went crazy. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. Give me a second. Actually, I may not need to. Hold up a second. Hatch. You. So I already had them, so I don't have to. We're good. Do you have? No, I did not have it swabbed. Hey, just dropped by after setting in my quantum autocrafters, ATM 75% and 100%. Question: if you Drigme jar a mob, can you release it, or do you need to get a new one? You can release it. Yeah, there's a spell, decontainment spell or something like that. Yeah, the dispel spell on the jar, and it'll remove it. Use nature's compass to find a desert. It sends me like 5k blocks out to a 10 by 10 sand spot in the middle of the ocean. Oof. That's awful. That is awful. Are you playing on this world? Because I had that same thing happen. Here, I'm gonna show you. It was a long ways out. This is me trekking to the desert, right? It said this right here was the desert, right? That's where it takes me. All of this is also desert. So it may be something similar where it takes you to a little tiny thing, but it actually has a whole bunch more desert around, maybe? Might be worth looking into, but I did have that issue the first time as well. Huge thank you. I was devastated to get a new boss. Yeah, no, you're good. Nope, just a random seed. Jeez, that is unfortunate. Okay, so I've got my fluid hatches. We're gonna go put these on. And then I think we need to set up auto exports for a few things. I.e. anything that we would need for the Hephaestus Forge. So let me do... Where do these go again? I think I can get this guy and click on you. And it shows me. Do they go on the left and right here? Or does it go in the center? I know they're at the bottom. I just can't... Oh, on the bottom face? They don't go here? It's actually part of it? What? What do you mean? I had it all in there. It had 44 casings. Item input goes on the side. Fluid hatches are on the bottom face. That's going to be really annoying. I assume it's going to be those four. Okay. Missing structure still. Bottom middle, look at the quest book, creative chapter 4. Could be this though, right? No? Okay. First layer is the most complicated. The middle of it is part of various machine casings and part... Okay, so all of that's in there now. Okay. Still say it's not missing structure. Yeah, I don't think I have to have those in here though. Oh, it doesn't like those, or does it? Or is it mad because it voided more of my machine casings? Because it could also be that. I do want to make sure they're all here real quick though. Now that I know I actually have to do stuff on this bottom face. Do I have to import and export stuff out of that bottom face too? Because that will be ever so slightly annoying. Not like the end of the world, but annoying nonetheless. That looks right, does it not? Oh. You're right. They are either fluid output, not fluid input. Man. Hatch fluid. That is so unfortunate because I can't craft them back, can I? All right, got the pattern for the input. Thought I got away with it. So fluid input for those. Okay, I just need one Sentient Ender, which is, again, only an issue. Actually, I may not, because I had stuff. Hold up, hold up, hold up. We're good. I had stuff in the crafting terminal. We're okay. Replace the black stone. Did I break one? I don't think I broke any blackstone. Import, export items on the sides next to the gilded blocks. Yeah. These guys, right? These two. You can turn turn output into input by putting it in a crafting menu? No, it doesn't work like that. I wish it did. I know the other ones do. All the ones for MI do. These ones don't. It'd be cool. But it does not. That's the front. Oh, it has to be on the sides? So at least for this one, it's like the arcane polished darkstone that turns into the hatches. I don't know if that's the same for this, but... Okay, we got our fluid input. Go put these down there and see if it's happy. All right. Yay! It's built. Finally. And 1 energy for the back, so it needs energy. Okay. So we're going to need an item hatch and an energy hatch at least past there, right? And can I use those fluid hatches for importing like the blood, the XP, and everything else? Blood, XP, are those the only 2 fluids? Because I assume souls would go through an item hatch. Hatch, DCH, hatch, item hatch. Yes, I can. Awesome. Oh, it's just called an input hatch. In hatch. Input. Tiny source, output, tiny experience. So I'm going to need... You need 2 runic crucibles for the souls and Oriel. I do. Oh, you're right, because I have to turn it into liquid souls. Oh, that's going to be fun. How hard are the runic crucibles to make? Runic crucibles. These guys. That's not too bad. More machine casings. And quantum injectors, yippee. Yeah, but making them is not bad. Do you have a video / live on the Ender Dragon data model? Is it something you need to do by hand? No, so really all you're going to do is take a whole bunch of deep learners. And I did do this, but basically you take a bunch of these deep learners, and then also each one of them can hold 4 models at the same time. So I have 6 because I basically used 5 to make 20 Ender Dragon data models. And then you get the, what are they called? These guys, model frameworks, get 20 of those. Go to the end, right click the Ender Dragon 20 times, put all of those into your deep learner, and then kill the Ender Dragon. And if it goes up to past the basic tier, or up to the basic tier, past the faulty tier, then you can put it in something like this. We have a whole bunch of these simulation chambers. And each one of these simulations will increase its accuracy until it's eventually self-aware. Hopefully that helps or made any sort of sense. From what I've seen, you just need 2. But I do know what you're talking about. I do remember that. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I am kind of exhausted. I've had a long day. Day back to work after the weekend, but I think I'm going to call it there. We did make a lot of good progress. We have both of these built now. We just need to get the hatches. And then in order to actually use this to make the modularium, you guys are right. We are going to need the 2 runic crucibles, which we'll set up over here. From there, we are down to 1 multi-block, which would be the gigantic enchantment setup that we're going to need to actually automate the stars. And then we're basically there. 4 crucibles and leave 1 just in case. I can literally run them all right along this line here. So that's probably what I'll do. I'd keep all the multi-blocks up here. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful rest of your night, evening, day, morning, whatever it is for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the Discord and I will answer them there. Thank you guys. Good night.